welcome. Welcome to Homekeepers. How are you today, friend? Hope it's going well for you. And welcome, welcome. Whether this is your first time or you've been regular, welcome. We're so glad to have you. Kind of wish you could come down and sit in this parlor and we could get to know each other. But that's going to be part of the charm of heaven. You know, when we're not ever rushed anymore and we'll meet people who maybe impacted our lives, but we never had a chance to meet them here on earth. That's really something to think about. And this is going to be an excellent program. I have, let's see where it is, yeah. I have a total of 8 grandsons. 4 of them are great grandsons. And I just had one of my grandsons go to college, and that's really a momentous time in the life of the child and the family. So I wanted to impart my wisdom to him. So I thought I'll make him Nana's 10 commandments. But Nana came up with 12 commandments. In fact, I came up with one more, and number 13 was going to be sure to make your bed every morning. But my daughter said it probably wouldn't happen because he's going to sleep on the top bunk. And an experienced bed maker like myself has a hard time with the top bunk. But at the end of the show, I'm going to give you the 12 commandments that I printed out for my grandson when he went away to college, and I just pray that he reads them. And I'm going to give that to every grandson, or we'll change it for the girls when they go to college. I'll give you that at the end of the show. But my guest today is Diane Robertson. She wrote this book, Keeping the Wolf at Bay, and you could guess till kingdom come, but you wouldn't guess what the wolf is here. But the wolf was a sickness from the time she was a very little girl, battled until she was an adult, and really into adulthood, and they found out what was wrong. We're going to tell you all about this. And she's also a creative writer, and we'll put her information on the screen, but if you ever need an editor or a ghostwriter or anything, this lady is qualified. So I want you to meet her, and I'm going to join Stephanie in a minute. We're going to make a Crockpot meal. They call it slow cooker now. I guess that's a little classier than Crockpot. And this is going to be a kind of an Asian taste. It's chicken with all those good seasonings in, peppers and water chestnuts and so forth, that kind of thing. Before I go over there, though, to join her, I want to offer you Finding Your $1 Million Mate. And this is a book written by a pastor of a large church, Randy Pope, and I imagine he dealt with a lot of people who would like to be married. And I've always heard that instead of just looking for the perfect mate, you become the right person, and you probably attract that perfect mate. If you want this, I'll be glad to send it to you. You might have young people in your life that perhaps should have it, and I'll be glad to send it to you. But if you could, please send us an offering. We would appreciate it so much. Write to us at Box 6922, Clearwater, Florida 33758, and we'll be glad to get it out to you. I think it could be very helpful, very eye-opening to anybody who would read it. So take that opportunity and we'll get it out to you. And I've joined Stephanie. You do have $1 million mate?
I do have $1 million mate.
Good. Glad you came up with the right answer. Yes. Now I'm going to finish cutting this up.
Okay.
I would never have been a good surgeon, ever.
Yeah.
But these chicken breasts are so big, and I found these kind of knives.
Serrated, yes.
Yeah.
Much better.
So
Crockpots are your friend. Busy mothers.
You're calling it a Crockpot. It's a slow cooker.
It's your friend. Mm-hmm. You throw everything in it, and you come home, and your dinner's done.
And it smells good when you walk in the door.
Yes. So I'm just going to spray the Crockpot. I just always spray
She sprays everything, and I think it's a good idea.
Easy clean up. And I have a green pepper here that is chopped up.
And this one, we've got one here. It's been going for about 5 hours or so.
Yeah. Then I have a carrot, sliced carrot. And I have some garlic.
Mm-hmm. I mentioned water chestnuts. I wasn't right about that, but that would work in this.
It would actually, if you do water chestnut, some Napa cabbage, some broccoli at the end, you'd have all the.
Yeah, this is one you just take the idea and run with it.
Okay, let's put the chicken in.
Okay, and then I'll wash my hands.
Yes.
But it calls for 4 chicken breasts, but we cut these up. My, those breasts are so big. And of course, we know what makes them that way. Pump them up with. Go ahead and talk to the people while they pump them up with hormones. That's what they do.
I have orange juice concentrate, and it's 8 ounces. So I'm not going to put the whole entire can in here. And then I have ground ginger. I'm going to mix that up in here. And then I have some salt and pepper that I'm just going to put in, and that's more to taste, but. And then you just mix this all up. You put
just keep rolling it around.
Yeah, put the lid on it.
Are you through with this?
Yeah, that was a lot.
Looks like too much.
Yeah. Put the lid on it, cook it on low for 6 hours. And you're done. I love the Crockpot slow cooker.
Yeah, we've got to get you to say that. I wonder who changed it, though. It was always a Crockpot.
Yeah.
Also, if you can remember this while I'm talking, we did one before you were here that was a roast.
Yes, you tell me about this.
Yes.
We should just do it again just because.
Oh, it's so good. There are no words, but it had onion soup mix and cranberry.
Cranberry, and that's it.
Cranberry, like the jelly type.
Yep, I do roast and Crockpot all the time because they make great sandwiches.
All right.
Okay, so this is it cooked, and then we're gonna put some scallions and some mandarin oranges on it.
Okay, well, I was gonna put it all in there,
Yeah,
but well, let's do that.
Okay.
You can just dump it?
Yeah.
Good idea. Just out of the way.
Ouch.
And
There we go.
you want to put it on rice, brown rice or white rice, whatever you like.
Or like I said, one of the tips was to do the Napa cabbage, broccoli, water chestnuts, bamboo shoots.
I very seldom buy any lettuce anymore. I make everything with Napa cabbage. Look at that.
Doesn't that look good?
I want to taste just.
Yes.
Dig down there and just. I think I just want to taste some of the meat flavor for. That's the way I like it. That meat is falling apart.
Yep.
That's the way I like it.
And you know, you can take a halfway cheap piece of meat and put it in the crock pot because it'll tenderize it. It'll make it really yummy. Is it good?
It is.
Good.
It's just. Would you get this kind of in a Chinese restaurant?
Yeah, Asian. It's an Asian. Has an Asian flair.
It's got the flavor. And I'm going to be cooking that one up. Taking it home. That's what I'm going to do. And can just put it in little bags and freeze it, and I'll have several meals. So if you want this, it's called Crockpot Orange Chicken. We'll be glad to get it out to you. And just think what a wonderful, nutritious meal you can have there for very little and very little time. And that's what's important, right?
Yes, exactly.
She does it. Very little time. Stay with me. I want you to meet my new friend, Diane Robertson.
If you would like a copy of today's recipe, please send your request along with a gift of $5 or more to Homekeepers, P.O. Box 6922, Clearwater, Florida 33758.
All right. Diane Robertson wrote Keeping the Wolf at Bay, and she is a creative writer. She teaches writing and so forth. Welcome.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to be here.
What an interesting story you have. You have a master's degree in organizational development. Now, you'll have to explain that one to me.
I started out going to college and got interested first in psychology as an undergraduate, and then I went on to get a graduate degree in org development, but I was derailed by lupus, the sickness, and my dream had always been to be a creative writer ever since I was a little girl. And so when I began to get well, I said, you know what, I'm going for the dream of my heart, and the Lord has just led me, just transformed my life and healed my body, and it's just been not all roses, but I mean, it's been wonderful. I have no regrets about leaving the org development behind.
I want to get back to the beginning of your life, but you also mentioned there that you were a member of the me generation.
Yes.
How do you think that, how did that work in directing you and your choices and so forth in life?
Well, I did end up in California at an early age. I was just like everybody else.
Were you part of the hippie thing?
Yeah. I had long hair, granny glasses, wore a headband, bell bottoms.
Oh, I'd love to have a picture.
Yeah, well, but when I went to California, I got involved in health foods and all that's typical California because I thought it would help me to have more energy, and it didn't.
Well, let's go back to the beginning then. Keeping the Wolf at Bay is the name of the book, and the wolf, in this sense, is Lupus, and this is why it was such an interesting journey, which it appears that the Lord brought you along rather than healing you like that you've got a lot to share from the journey. And I think sometimes Christians miss that he's as much in the process as he is the end result. Now, were you raised in a Christian home?
I was, but I never heard the term born again or saved. My parents were Christians. They did not go to church that much, but they always made sure that I went. And there was a lot of strife in my house, which I didn't realize until later on possibly contributed to my illness. I don't know, because lupus does mean, let's see, it's Latin for wolf. That's
why, is that right?
Yeah, that's why.
So that's the title of the book.
Yes, but it's something that nobody really knows how people get it. So many are walking around with it, and they don't understand why they're sick.
Now, this was almost a lifelong battle. How old were you when you just knew you didn't feel well, and you see the glands swell and tremendous fatigue?
I remember I was school age. I was in elementary school, and my folks were wonderful people living in New England, small town doctors. One I remember even came to my house. They could never find anything wrong because my symptoms were so vague. They came and went so often that after a while, people stopped listening to me. And even I wondered, am I making too much out of nothing? So I started to push my feelings down. And probably that contributed too, I don't know, but I became very goal-oriented and just plowed forward no matter how I felt.
Do you think back then that even the doctors knew the word lupus?
No, because when I was finally diagnosed in the 80s, the late 80s, I had still gone to many doctors who had no clue. They would take the tests and say, well, maybe you just have a high SED rate or ANA or something, which is part of the test. But it wasn't until a young intern checked me out, and he sent me right over to a rheumatologist. So I had not seen a rheumatologist. I don't know if I even had ever heard of one.
How old were you then?
Well, I was about age 30.
And you had battled this since grade school?
Yes.
I just wanted to read some of the things you've gone through since, and I think this kind of a program is very, very beneficial because probably some viewer out there is relating to you right now, no farther than we are into this.
Yeah.
Sick from a young age, you did eat junk food.
Yes.
But then you got into vitamins and exercises, juicing, massage, and reflexology.
Yeah.
All of those things in an attempt to get to the heart of the problem. And I'm trying to think, was the word autoimmune even, I know it existed, but we hear it everywhere now and understand it, that it's lupus, it's a lot of other diseases. But back then, I wonder if they even recognized or made an attempt to treat an autoimmune disease.
Well, I never heard the word until I was diagnosed. And then, you know, even then I remember the doctor didn't tell me that it was life-threatening or tell me anything about lupus. He just told me I was very sick. He did say, no, he didn't. I did go somewhere where I saw someone whose husband had lupus. She looked at me and she knew that I probably had something like that. And when she said, when you feel better, go to a support meeting for people with lupus. So that's where I found out what it was. I had no idea from the doctors.
So were you convinced then after that support meeting that that's what it was? Well,
I went to the support group meetings after I got out of the hospital. I really didn't believe I was sick. I had gone so long in my life in denial that when I was finally told I was sick, I just didn't believe. And he was trying to tell me, you know, this is very, very serious. And I thought, no, I don't believe him.
Well, being sick was normal for you.
Yeah.
If you just tuned in, we're talking to Diane Robertson, author of Keeping the Wolf at Bay, and in this instance, the wolf is lupus. We're going to put her website up right now, and we'll leave it up because if you're interested in writing, or you might need a ghostwriter, or you might need somebody to edit a book, all the above. She is very experienced in, so we'll keep that up and you can make note of it. Okay, how many years, say your grade school, say your third grade or whatever, until it was diagnosed? That you battled pain and swollen glands and fatigue?
I started the book at age 10. That's where the first page starts at age 10. I really don't remember much before that, but I did not go into the hospital, life-threatening circumstances, until I was about age 30. So
that was a long time.
Yeah.
Was one diagnosis even, they thought you had HIV? AIDS?
Yes. At first, that's what I was diagnosed.
They told you had AIDS? What'd you do? Freak out?
I freaked out. He told me it's one of 5 things. One of them is AIDS, lymphoma, rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, and something else. And I said,
well, take your pick.
Yeah, they're all life-threatening, except I never heard of this lupus, so maybe that's my best bet.
Yeah, yeah, right.
That was life-threatening too.
Now, in your book, you kind of moved away from the Lord for a while, and then you came back. Tell us about your walk with the Lord through this physical, really years of difficulty.
Okay. The Lord, when I went back to school in California, the Lord placed me next to a Christian, in physical science class. I liked her. I liked the stability that I saw in her. And when she invited me to church, I went, and I got saved that day. Well, I was not walking with the Lord full time. I was one foot in the world still. So as much as I wanted to be like my Christian friends, I just was not of that mindset. So finally I did keep her as my friend for until years later, when we kind of just went separate ways. But the rest of the Christians I didn't hang with anymore. And I explored New Age, Buddhism, different religions, and I kept thinking, where's Jesus in all this? The Jesus of my youth that I fell in love with. And when I did get very sick, I knew that I knew that I knew that I was not going to die, because Jesus had a plan for my life. It was Jesus and me and Jesus through this whole thing. And nobody else thought I was going to live. I didn't know that until later, but everybody looked at me so pitifully. I thought, what's wrong with these people? Don't they know that I'm going to be well? I wish Jesus would hurry up and heal me, but this is the way it's going to be, I guess.
And in this journey, you found out things that you couldn't eat. There was was it like a process of elimination? Well, this bothers me, so I better not eat that anymore?
Yeah, I don't eat any red meat really since about age 19 because I just couldn't digest it. I knew that it just didn't feel good. I don't eat any starch for the most part. No more lasagna, which I used to love.
Oh,
yeah,
that's sad.
It just sits in my stomach like flour and water, that's all. And it just doesn't...
It's kind of what it's made of.
My body is slow, you know. Like the rest of me, I just am a slow-moving person, and it's just, I eat very healthy, very nutritious, and...
Well, one reason that I was drawn to this was because you have kind of gone through everything and tried everything and found out, of course, that the Lord is the final word on all this. But also, we've talked on this show a lot of times about gluten and things that, you know, a lot of people just can't eat. At what point, and we're almost out of time, but at what point for the first time, you felt good?
Oh, gosh. I think when I finally felt like I'm going to have a life again, and I had been eating very clean and just feeling like, okay, I am going to have a second half.
It's been a long journey, hasn't it?
Yes, it has.
But you know, when you come back to the Lord, He leads you.
Yes.
In the right path in these details.
Yes.
He is in the details, for
Absolutely.
sure.
And He's the one who led me to come to Florida. All the writing journey is all the Lord. I never would have imagined myself as a creative writing instructor. I never planned to have 4 books. I never wanted to write a memoir. But when one of my students lost somebody, a little 10-year-old, because of the lupus, I thought, I've got to tell my story because other people need to hear this.
I think it's good that you did, because it's the kind of disease, and I have another friend with it, it's the kind of disease that you just think, now, you know, what is this? And sometimes the doctors miss it and all. But I've been talking to Diane Robertson, and all the story is chronicled in here, and you can get that through her website. And also, if you've been on a similar journey at all, and maybe you walked away from Jesus some time ago, like Diane, it's time to come back. That's the greatest difference, the best difference you can make in your life. Now stay with me. I have a couple things to say before we have to say goodbye. All right, I want to remind you again, we're offering you the book Finding Your $1 Million Mate by Pastor Randy Pope. And that is just for writing to us, really. We'll be glad to send it to you. If you can send us a donation, oh, I hope you will. It'll help so much. But a lot of people are looking for a mate, so you might as well get some good information that can help you along. Now, at the top of the program, I mentioned to you that I've got a total of 8 grandsons. Part of them are great, okay? But one of them went to college this fall, and I just wanted to make 10 commandments for him. So I'm going to give them to you now. And if you want a whole copy of this, just write to me. I'll be glad to send it to you. Number 1 of Nana's commandments, time. Make the most of your time. And that's Ephesians 5:15. It's so very important. The Bible says make the most of your time because the days are evil. And when kids go to college, they can really, truly waste a lot of time because they got friends and so forth. Number 2, study. Study to show yourself approved unto God. So you need to study every subject you have and study it thoroughly. This one's important. Number 3, your heart. The Bible says that guard your heart because out of it flow the issues of life. And I told him in here, I said, you got to be very careful because girls can be very, very aggressive today. So if you take a young girl out, you might have to tell her no. And I hate to be so blunt, but that's what I put in here. Number 4, devotions. Take time. I've given devotional books to him. Take time to read those morning and evening. It's going to make a big difference in your life. And then the next one, friends. The Bible tells us that friends really do influence us. So you've got to be very particular who your close friends are, because even going to a Bible college, there's all kinds of people there. You have to watch it. Here's another important one, your eyes. Watch what your eyes look at. Jesus said the eye is the lamp of the soul. And so you don't look at porn and you don't look at things. Porn can actually release a chemical in your brain that'll slam it on your memory. That's one thing that is toxic. Stay away from it. And he's going to a Christian college, so I could go to chapel services with an open mind. I went to Bible college. Sometimes the speakers are pretty boring, but every once in a while that one will come through that will change your life. So you go to chapel with an expectation from God. Money. You're probably notoriously poor like most college students, but if you get some money, be sure you give God his part, even in those circumstances. Rest. The Bible talks so much about rest, how important it is. And college students can pull all-nighters. They can just not prioritize their time correctly. He's got to have rest. Nutrition. Of course, he's heard from me a lot about that. He's a pretty good kid on that one. Parents, always honor. Remember your parents. Honor your father and your mother. That's the first commandment with a promise. And it's an important promise. And then God's plan versus your plan. You go to college and you know what you want to be, you know what you want to do, but keep it open if God changes that direction. And this is what I pray for my grandsons all the time. The word says, my sheep know my voice. And I'm asking God to speak so loudly to them that there's no doubt that they will recognize the voice of God, that God they've been taught about from childhood. So those are Nana's 12 commandments. If you want a copy of them, just write to me. I'll send it to you. And we are out of time right now. So please remember, my friend, there's no higher calling than that of a homekeeper. God bless you.
If you would like a video copy of today's Homekeepers program for just $19.95, call 1-800-229-0059 for credit card orders, or send a gift of at least $19.95 to Homekeepers, P.O. Box 6922, Clearwater, Florida 33758. Be sure to note the program number which appears on your screen.